But we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed. But we got smashed, bro.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's up? It's your boy Levelhead back with another Live at Level Gamers podcast. This is episode 417, and we back up in this piece. What's up, folks?
Yo, what it do, man?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. Gotta talk about these few little topics we got on the deck. What's up, Mr. Norris?
What's good, man? What is good?
Man, so we glad y'all out on tonight. We got a little bit planned for you. What's up, Comic Book Crunch? Hey, man, what's up, bro? Welcome to the show. We're going to talk about James Bond 007 First Light, delayed for the Switch 2. We're going to try to have a cordial... We're going to try to have a cordial conversation about the Super Mario Galaxy movie. We're going to give our reviews. Okay, we're going to give our views on it. And we're going to talk about the PlayStation 6 handheld, what we want to see. I thought that'd be a good topic. What do we want to see with the PlayStation 6 handheld? I was watching a few outlets talking about, creators talking about it. I think it was Moore's Law is Dead was kind of giving out the specs and possible price range to come in. So, and then we just let this pod go kind of wherever it goes. This is episode 417. So, yeah, we up in this piece. What's up?
Yeah.
What's up? Yeah, man. Welcome.
Excited, brother.
Yeah, man.
One day away from vacation. So, matter of fact, I'm not telling the truth. Vacation started today. When you clock out of work, you on vacation.
Oh, so you out now. You don't go back to work until when?
Until the 20th.
Right. Ooh, that's about 10 days.
I'm about to have my toes in some sand, sir.
What part of Mexico y'all going to?
Cancun.
Oh, y'all going? Okay, y'all been there. So, man,
Yeah.
we almost had tickets to Hawaii. We got
for sure.
some friends that own some timeshare in Hawaii, and they offered it to us. We almost went out that way.
Man, you should have went, man. It's beautiful out there, brother.
We gonna try. The Lord's will. We gonna try next year to go on out to Hawaii, man. Right now we don't trust the air. Right now we just was like we gonna hold off a little bit, but yeah, we gonna get up in them friendly skies, man, and fly on over there and see where Moesha, what is it, Moana and Maui.
Moana.
No. You said Moesha. What you said?
I was finna say Moesha.
He definitely said Moesha.
I was trying to say Maui. I was like, is that right? Then I was going to say Moana, and then Moesha came out. But yeah, we're going to go over there and see if we can find Maui somewhere out that way. But anyway, welcome to the show, man. What's up, Norris?
Man, what's the deal, man? What a day.
Yeah.
What a day.
You ain't never spoke a truer statement. But anyway, man, we gonna try to do this right. I'm kind of hurt on so many fronts. This delay right now is like that was not what I was looking to hear. But I'm all for do what you got to do to make the game like it needs to be. But that was a game I was looking forward to next was old James Bond. So I got to figure out what I'm going to be playing, if anything, over the next what's going to be my next entry into what I'm playing. So, but anyway,
man,
yeah,
I got an activity for you guys, man. I'm gonna need some help. Chat, you can help out on this one too. So, as you heard, your brother's going on vacation. Your boy is going on vacation. I need a recommendation. What I'm taking the Switch to. I'm taking the Switch 2. What should I get on my Switch 2? And because I may take the Portal. That's a possibility. But what game should I buy on the Switch 2 that your boy gonna enjoy while he out on vacation?
What I mean,
remember this is K-Bum now.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You should have got Dead Zone on the Switch.
Heck no, absolutely not.
Why not?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is a sit in front of the TV game. That is not how I use. That's not how I use my Switch.
You're not taking the dock.
I usually don't take the dock when I travel on my Switch. Actually,
man, brother, you got the options, man. You got the options to play on the big screen.
I don't play on the screen. I play it on the dock.
Like
I play it on the handheld.
Dead Zone, Absalom. Like I don't know.
Ooh, Absalom.
Just downloaded that.
You know, I still said I wanted to play. They did do the update for Shinobi, right?
Yeah,
I believe so.
I believe so. I don't quote me on that, but I believe that they have made it better for Switch 2. I'm not. Let me look it up.
That is in the running right now. That's first place right now. Shinobi. I'm gonna take another look at Absalom, but right now Shinobi's in first place.
Is Shinobi updated for the Switch 2? Tell me. Yes.
Shinobi Art of Vengeance game for Nintendo Switch has been updated to version 1.10. This update improves screen resolution and fixes a bug in Neo City, also addressing performance issues, especially when playing in handheld mode.
Okay, by the way you likes to play. Okay, so yeah, it's updated.
But did it said it has switched to graphics though? I don't know if I don't know if I heard that.
It says slightly improved screen. It says slightly improved screen resolution and fixes a major progression blocking bug in Neo. I don't know. We're gonna have to go to YouTube or something. What's up, Nia?
Right, Absalom might be the game, but I think Absalom has a little bit more complexity.
Yeah, Absalom is dope. I just got to get back on Absalom, but it's a dope game. Man, go get NBA 2K.
Absolutely not, sir. Absolutely not, sir.
Madden.
Sir, are you trying?
We need to get into
I am not a double dipper, sir.
Double dip. Well, anyway, I'm gonna have to think, man. I'm gonna have to think. You Resident Evil Requiem?
Absolutely not. I don't play Resident Evil.
Okay, Absalom it is. And I think Nia I think it's Absalom.
Thank you, Nia. You're doing a much better job than these guys. I appreciate it, Nia. Thank you very much.
Saying nothing. But anyway, let's get into it. Well, wait a minute. Before we go there, have any of you guys checked out the episodes of Daredevil?
I saw the first episode.
What you think?
Man, they going for it. I like it.
It was good. I think I'm gonna go rewatch them. I think I'm gonna rewatch the episodes again. It's three of them up, and I don't know if the fourth is up.
Yeah, no. I think the fourth one came out this week.
Okay, then I'm gonna go binge through them again. I know the first one was good when
it's good, man.
Yeah. So anyway, let's get into what you've been gaming on, man, because I want to give us ample time to talk about these topics. Let's go. Yeah. You know what time it is? It's time for What Have You Been Gaming On? Sing it, folks. Let's go. Let's go. Hey. What you been gaming on? 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 Gaming on, gaming on, gaming on. All right. Who wants to take the floor first? Who wants to come out the gate first?
Very, very quick.
All right, go ahead.
Speaking of Absalom, I did download Absalom. I have not played it yet. I downloaded it on Game Pass, so I have nothing to say about it. But I did want to say that it's in the list. I also played what is it called? Power Wash Simulator 2. Power Wash Simulator.
I heard the words.
Yeah. So I wasn't laying pipe this week.
wow!
But I was
Jesus.
spraying.
Where the pause button at? If I can't say girth, you definitely can't be talking about pipe
he's
or
not
anything
laying
with
pipe.
land.
So what were you doing? What were you doing then?
I was
Pipe
spraying.
building?
You were spraying the. Oh Lord, this ain't getting better.
All right, man, y'all. We gonna end the pod. That's it for tonight.
Thank you for showing up, guys. See you later.
Just I would say demonetized, but ain't nobody making no money anyway. Oh Lord.
No, but that game is detailed, man. I thought I was just gonna be able to go in there and just spray a little power wash or whatever. No, it's really detailed. You got different nozzles. You got soap suds. If you leave a little speck of dirt, you not moving on. You gotta really get detailed. It is a real detailing type of game. And then the other game that I've been playing is South of Midnight on the Game Pass. I have not even really turned my Switch 2 on at all. And I've been getting through that. I'm on chapter 11. I think it's only 14 chapters. I looked it up because I wanted to know.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'm close to finishing that game, and it's actually pretty good. I like the catfish. I love the voice actor and how he's speaking on there. The main character, I didn't like her at first, but it gets better. And some of the stories and stuff like that. It's like if you could go back to your hometown, wherever you grew up, and listen to some of the stories and then add fantasy to it. This is kind of what this is, some old stories. And yeah, he turned into a huge fish. And in the game, there's a huge fish, but in real life, that's just like a metaphor or something like that. But it's pretty good, man. I commend the writing. The combat isn't that deep, but I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be that. I think it's just supposed to be one of those games that it gets you. The combat is enough, but you're really there for the story and the lore and the southernness of it all.
Can I ask a question on that? Is it like Kena?
You can see similarities in it. You can see similarities where it's just
like that was. I was considering getting South of Midnight. It's actually at a reasonable price at $40. I was like, dang, that's not even that expensive. And now that First Light is delayed on the Switch 2, because I really want to get this game on the Switch 2. So I'm trying to hold out, but I really want to play that game. But I guess this opportunity give me the opportunity to jump back in Yote. But hey, I was curious about that, Keith. It looked like it plays like Kena. But go ahead. My bad.
No, there's definitely some similarities, But that's it. That's all I've been gaming on. I think that's all I've been gaming on.
Oh, we got smashed, bro.
No, I said that last week. Never mind. Yeah.
All right. All right. K-Bum, what have you been gaming on?
So the huge gaming on 2K, still catching up with the homies, playing 2K. New season just dropped last Friday. Playing Marvel Rivals. I think there's another half season that's going to drop next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. They're going to introduce Black Cat into the cast. So I've been playing that, trying to get my skills up on Marvel Rivals. I like the fact they make it every season. They change it up, make it different. I do like that. A game that I've been spending more time than that's actually taking the place of Kena. This game has kind of hit that itch and taken the place of Kena, and that's Dead Zone. I've been playing. I beat Zone 1 by myself. I went ahead and did that. I went and beat Zone 2 by myself solo, and now I'm doing the challenges on Zone 2 while I'm waiting for you guys to hop back on and play Zone 2. So I'm not gonna move on to Zone 3 yet. I'm gonna give it a chance, give you guys a chance, so we can. I guess when I come back from vacation, because I won't be able to play until then. But if you guys want to do it on your own,
it's only $19, bro. Go on, get it on the Switch, bro.
Not gonna happen, sir.
Lord, man.
That would double dip. I would not. So playing that.
That's a Happy Meal
really
and 2 drinks, bro. Go on and get that game, man.
Is it?
That
$19 McDonald's? A Happy Meal is 12 by itself. You add some drinks to it. That's dead zone. Go ahead, K-Bo. My bad. Let me stop.
Anyway, I am not a double. I'm not a double dipper, sir. Sorry. So I'll find me another game to play while I'm out there. Hopefully, so next time we chop it up, I'll have me a different game that I'll be playing on. Probably Shinobi, Absalom. We'll see about that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Because like I said, Keena's been kind of derailed as I'm playing Dead Zone, which to me just feels like it really does feel like Hades with guns with less story, because Hades' story is very engaging, very, very engaging. This doesn't really have that much story to it, but it's fun. The gameplay's fun. It's fast paced. I've definitely been having fun with the different strategies and different builds. Pretty much got a solid build to beat level 2 every time. I don't think I lose anymore for Zone 2. I think my build's kind of legit if I can get it. But yeah, looking forward to the next time we can hook up and we can go get back at it. Maybe I'll never get more kills than 35. We'll see about that. Probably not.
Yeah. So I guess it's my turn since K-Bum tried to low-key insult me, throw his little shade, but I'm not mad at him, you know. So anyway, what have I been gaming on? So I get to the main game here in a second, but I did play some Dead Zone.
Oh,
solo.
Excuse me.
Excuse you, sir.
So what my man said, he said, "Allow me to retard."
Yeah. So I kind of felt some type of way, and he reminded me of how I felt then tonight. So I called myself, let me start working on getting myself acclimated to the necessities of the way this game want me to play, because I typically don't play the Call of Duties, the Battlefields, these twitchy, quick turning, fast-paced games like this. So I jumped in, cleared the first stage, cleared the second stage, got a little mollywopped in the third stage, but made it through. You know what I'm saying? Got me some more energy, got back up to the bought me some more life, and I went into the fourth stage, and I thought I felt good, K-Bum. I felt like, you know what? I think I'm getting the hang of this. And I decided, I'm going to go ahead and try to decapitate this running, what they call the little running dudes that be running through the stage with little hack slash sword things they be having, the little dagger things they be having in their hands. Because I just
the one with the shield or one without the shields?
Without little dudes.
He ain't make it to the shield.
I ain't make it to the shields, bro. I only played one time, so I'm going to keep playing because I'm going to be ready when you get back. But so, my thing with this game is this, bro. I just don't do first person shooters well, man. And I need to learn how to keep moving. Like I'm trying to play like I'm playing with Leon in Resident Evil 4 GameCube style. Like I'm tanking through the game. Like I'm stopping and shooting. And I think my problem is, and it was the same issue that I have with Call of Duty, it takes a different mindset. It takes a different mentality to play these type of games. You got to be, I'm not used to just constantly moving like that because I don't play those type of games. But it is my intentions. I am committed to getting better at this game so that when we get back on, your boy going to be able to hold his own a little bit better. So I've been playing Dead Zone. So that was that, you know what I'm saying? Dead Zone.
I like it.
All right, so The other game I played.
I'm here for it.
As y'all know, I've been playing through Resident Evil Requiem, and I'm here to say I have beat the game.
Whoa, level beat a game. It's not even summertime.
I have completed the game, and I'm here to say that I feel like this game holds up all the way through.
That's dope.
The low points, I'm be honest with you. I think I got tired of Grace's trauma stuttering. I forgot what they call it. I think that overstayed is welcome. Her stuttering through every situation. What you gonna do? Wait a minute. And I couldn't. I was like, girl, you got chased by a big stalker girl monster through 4 stages already.
Man up.
What'd you say?
Said man up.
Yeah, you have seen some of the worst situations. You have, to me, by this time, you supposed to be like Leon. But I'm playing her like Leon. Like Keith, at the end, I wasn't even scared of this game no more. I think the scariest thing in this game was the stalker girl. The stalker girl gave me the heebie-jeebies because you in the dark most of the time that you dealing with her. You in the dark and you literally have nothing to really kill her with, unless you got the Requiem. What they call that gun that Leon has? I don't remember the name of that.
That's
gun.
correct.
Is it the Requiem? The Requiem is about the only thing that stands a chance against her, and so that was the biggest challenge. I love the story. I love the end and the fact that there is, I guess, is this a spoiler, Keith? Can I spoil this?
I don't know what you about to say.
There is 2 endings.
No, I think people know that.
Okay, so there's 2 endings, and how they set it up, if you're really not paying attention, you're gonna pick the wrong ending. So I was like, you would think that's the way, because that's how they telling you that Leon is kind of already prepping you for what you need to do. So when I got up there, I did it, and I'm thinking and then it just the credits start rolling. I'm like, wait a minute, this does not feel right. Like, and then the option I got the option to go back to that same spot, and then you realize that was the wrong choice. It's almost like Metro Prime 4. There's 2 choices. You can either choose to do this or you can choose to do that. And depending on what you choose, the right choice or the wrong choice. And it seemed like the right choice is the wrong choice in both situations. The right choice is the.
They told you to answer. Grace's mom told you to answer early on in the game.
I know, but at the time I'm listening to Leon. I'm listening to what Leon telling me, and Leon is like, "You got to do this. Don't promise me." I'm like, "I got you, Leon. I got you. I'm gonna do what you told me to do, Leon. That's what I'm on." So it was afterwards. So I end up, once I beat it, the end was pretty dope. I don't think the final boss was as eventful as I imagined. That was kind of dull. The final boss was a little dull. That it was him, and you had that other guy. You know what I'm saying, Keith? That remind you of what's his name? Whisker.
Yeah.
Wesker. Is it Wesker? Wesker. So
yeah, he
has similarities to him. So I'm thinking this is going to be the final boss, and how that whole story go. It was kind of wild. That's interesting. So they have these things called the Grace Files, where Grace, and I think this is dope, where Grace turns in her report. And Keith, I don't know if you went and read it, but I think if you haven't, you need to go read it. It's 60 pages of a report on all the incidences, all the happenings from Raccoon City, the original situation. It exposes how the government, how all these different entities, the commission or something like that, all these different entities, how they all had their hand in on this cover up. and it really breaks down what happened from Raccoon City all the way up to present time. And then there is a twist that lets you know more is to come. I was happy that somebody survived. I wasn't expecting that to happen. And some other characters some names of some prominent characters end up being kind of brought up in this conclusion. So I'm going to say, man, I enjoyed it. Capcom did an awesome job with this game. I'm not playing through again. I will not be Keith. There would not be a second playthrough. I've got all.
Playing the first person.
No, I've gotten all. I just told you how I was struggling with Dead Zone. How I'm gonna play? No, heck no. I've got all the feel I want to get out of this game. It was dope. Well worth the time. So yeah, that was what I gamed on this week. I literally finished it last night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's it. So I'm thinking what I'm going next is gonna be South of Midnight. But I got Yote over there. I got to finish Yote. I think I'm just going to go ahead and turn my PlayStation 5 on. What's that?
Pragmata.
I was just going to say Pragmata. I was thinking Pragmata. Yeah. I don't know if I want to play it, though. I don't know. I told you I'm on the fence for Pragmata. It's dope, but I'm like, do I want to play that, though? I'm still on the fence with it. So it's between either Pragmata or South of Midnight. I don't know yet. And it depends on how much Pragmata costs. But I got Yote over there, and my PlayStation need to get turned back on. So that's probably what I'm going to go ahead and jump back into and finish. So anyway, with that being said, let's get into these topics. All right, so the first thing we got to talk about is something that I was not expecting to see. James Bond 007 First Light is coming out on the 27th of May for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and X, PC, and at one time, Switch 2. But now, we don't know when the Switch 2 version is coming out. And we just know it's later this summer. So we got to talk about this because this has been one of the selling points of the Switch 2 is the day and date with these what we call current gen titles. So I'm gonna do a little bit different. I'm gonna bring K-Bomb in first, Keith. I'm gonna bring K-Bomb in. And let me read this article, a little bit of this article, and I did not proofread this. So, James Bond game 007 First Light delayed on Nintendo Switch until later this summer. In a statement released via social media today, IO confirms the game's previously delayed launch date for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S, May 27, a date once held by Grand Theft Auto 6, I didn't know that, before going on to note that the Switch 2 version was now set for later this summer. The original plan had been for 007 First Light to arrive on all platforms at the same time and originally on March 27th, delayed to May the 27th. IO delayed the game back in December for all platforms, though had maintained its plans was still launch the game simultaneously across all consoles. Exactly why the Switch 2 version will now arrive months later than on other formats is unclear. Today's statement avoids using the word delay at all and simply offers the following by way of explanation. We're excited to see players discover James Bond's re-image original story, and we are looking forward to bringing you the best game experience possible across all platforms. Could it be that the Switch 2 version in particular is proving problematic? ? Nintendo fans are still waiting for word on Borderlands 4 Switch 2 port. Thank you for the ad that I didn't need right there. There's no signs of Starfield yet on Switch 2. Why? Okay. Either, despite the game and other Bethesda titles arriving on the PlayStation 5. Okay. Or could it be that all versions of the game simply need more time than IO anticipated, even back in December, with the Switch 2 version presumably sidelined for now? Resources can likely be reprioritized for the formats with bigger user bases without officially explaining, without an official explanation by IO. We can only speculate. So that's what we got to cook off of. It's delayed. I did find some others talking, and the delay supposedly is to work out some frame rates. And then there was another take that, Keith, I think you remember this one, that maybe a first-party game is interfering with this game releasing because they're in the same window. So we're going to explore all these thoughts. But, K-Bum, come with you first. Come with you first on this because me and Keith going to cook on Mario topic. So let me go and come with you. James Bond delayed on... What you finna say, Keith?
Okay, cool. So you gonna let me cook on this piece, so I can go and finish packing when y'all talk about the Mario stuff. Is that what it is?
I don't curse, but
So
no, that's not what. That's not.
So I can go finish and pack my stuff while y'all talk about Mario. That's cool. Let me go and get mine out the way so I can take care of my business.
All right.
That's crazy.
That's great.
No, so I guess I did not remember that they delayed it in December.
Yes.
I did not remember that. So there's already been one delay for this title. And we knew back in December it was also coming to the Switch. Like, that wasn't a surprise because I believe it was talked about first on the Nintendo, right?
It was shown,
and then, but it wasn't shown
first.
until
it was revealed first on the.
It was revealed for Nintendo, but the game wasn't shown until I think Sony showed it.
Sony showed it.
Sony showed it.
7 months ago.
So thank you, sir. So game already delayed, specified in December. They pushed it from March to May, and now we get a delay for just the Switch version. And I guess the question is, what are our thoughts about that?
Yes.
So my thoughts about this delay is that to me, I can understand. Think from this angle. I personally think it may be a good thing they delay on the Switch 2. So I don't believe the company can make the decision if the Switch 2 is the only one having issues to delay everybody. I don't think as a company you make that decision and that's a good decision. It depends on the game, right? It depends on the game and what you're actually shooting for if you make that decision to delay for everybody. We've seen it where you delay for everybody and you still release a bad product, right? We saw that with famously by Cyberpunk when they delay and still release it on all consoles when they should have kept delaying it for the PlayStation and PS4 and the Xbox Series S, right? They should have kept delaying it because it wasn't ready then, right? But for this is being delayed just for the Switch 2. And I do believe the Switch 2 version needs a little bit more massaging. The reason why I say that is that I believe the lead platform, the lead console most likely was a PlayStation. And so their resources was kind of the benchmark was PlayStation 5, right? And so when moving it to the Switch, you have to find the right level of sacrifices to make your game to keep the quality you want, but also keep the frame rate you want it to be at, right? So there's a level of sacrifices you have to make, and some games have done it successfully. If you look at Cyberpunk, they've made a very custom version of their Switch 2 version of the game that is better than the PS4 version, but and then on some parts on par with the PS5 version, and then in some places less than the PS5. Right. So there is a nice balance that CD Projekt Red was able to find, and I believe if I were to throw my money on the table for this, I believe IO Games is trying to find that balance as well. Even when you look at other games like that's shown very well on the system, trying to think of the Ninja game. What was the name of that game? Shadows. Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? That show very well received on the Switch. WWE, very well received because they found a very good balance between the two. Even if it's cutting the frame rate down from 60 to 30, whatever it is, they found a good balance. So I think IO is trying to find that balance, and there's a possibility that they're having trouble. There's also a possibility when you look at another game that delayed itself on the Switch 2 only. When we look at this game, if we want to use this as a benchmark, we see that this game, Borderlands 4, struggled on all consoles. Right. And so you can see why they may have had even more trouble optimizing it for the Switch 2 when it wasn't even optimized for the PS5 and for the Xbox Series X. So that there's a possibility they're having trouble finding that balance. And so from a business standpoint, I think depending on what you're trying to accomplish and what game you're trying to do, I think it is okay to make the decision to delay on one system while releasing to others, because we have places where they delayed on all of them and then still got to the point where they released it anyway, and it was a very, 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 very bad decision, right? Or one of those things where they go ahead and release knowing that the Switch 2 version is maybe gimped or behind or not polished, and then you get hit with these terrible reviews, and then everyone is saying, where you set the Switch 2 up to fail, and now everyone's trying to burn you at the cross for a bad port on the Nintendo system. So personally, I think the decision to delay on the Switch 2 is a good decision that I would, especially for this type of game, would probably suggest the company to do. And if best 3 months at the most. I think if you move out anything past that, like Borderlands has done, it kind of loses its momentum. And so I'm in agreement with it. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think this is, as long as they keep it within that 3 month window, they can still continue to ride the wave of 007, and hopefully they spend this time well and actually can find a good balance in gameplay, frame rate, and graphics.
Okay, all right, K. All right, K, bro. Mr. Norris, what's your thoughts, bro?
Yeah. I need a massage from a cute girl from Texas. All right. Listen, I mostly agree.
Lord Jesus. Oh man, that was a delayed response, but I delayed because I was like, well, wait a minute, brother. Go ahead.
What did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say? I mostly agree with K-Bone in that delaying the game is important when you're trying to put out a good product. I agree with that. You don't want to put out a bad product. Miyamoto's famous quote comes to mind: "You put out a bad game, that's bad forever. So you might as well just delay it." Something like that. So I agree with that. If the game was having problems for sure, and you couldn't get it working in the time frame that you said that this game was going to come out, then I 100% agree with that. But I do remember watching this trailer when we first saw it on PlayStation, and everything was fine. Walking in the little corridors and walking up to the place where they was having the ball or whatever that shindig they was having, all of that was fine. all the sneaking, the stealth, and all the other stuff. But it was when they got to the car sequence, and this is on the PlayStation, as K-Bomb already mentioned, the lead platform, and I saw Struggle Bus on the PlayStation. So I can almost imagine that the Switch 2 was struggling even worse during those same time frames. So I 100% agree. Where me and K-Bomb differ, though, I do think they should delay it on all platforms. But it's too late. They've already said it's going to be delayed on the Switch 2. They can't take that back. It's delayed on the Switch 2. And the reason I feel that way is because I understand the Nintendo fan base. You announce a game on the Nintendo platform first. This is the first time we're hearing about a game. And then that game goes out and everybody else get a chance to play it before you do. But it was announced at your Nintendo Direct. We've been here before. We've seen this story before. We've seen it.
Rayman Legend.
I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to say that. And I never played that game for that reason. Rayman Legend was announced on the Wii U. Yep. And they delayed that game
to bring it
to put it out on everything else.
Yep, sure did.
And I was like, Ubisoft.
These are the woes of being a Nintendo fan. We've been through this stuff.
We've seen this before. So I'm not all out just, disagreeing in that odds with what K-Bone said. I'm just saying from a Nintendo perspective, I feel like they should have said, hey, we're going to delay this game everywhere. Hey, who knows? They probably could have took more time on the other platforms too. Because what I fear is, and I'm going to call a spade, I was already thinking about getting this on PC. So it's not like I'm speaking from an emotional standpoint. But from what I'm thinking is the game is going to come out. You're going to have people talking about it on Twitter. 3 months is a long time to get spoiled. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now that impact of the experience and experiencing the game with everybody else, it just don't hit the same because everybody's talking about what they've gone through, the experiences, and so on and so forth. Like I can't even imagine like Resident Evil Requiem had came out later on the Switch 2. And I'm seeing everybody talk about it like as a Nintendo gamer, somebody, not me personally, but if I was planning on getting this game on the Switch 2, I would be a little discouraged. I would be like, I don't want to play this now. And I fear that that's what's going to happen, knowing the Nintendo fan base, knowing what Nintendo fans have gone through. They're not just going to be like, oh, well, I can wait. Some people are. Some people are taking that perspective of, oh, I'm glad they're working on it and they really care about this product. And I want this game to come out in a better condition. Obviously, it's not in a good condition. Some people are taking that mindset, and I don't think they're wrong for that. I just feel like it should have been a global or a all or nothing type of situation where everybody gets delayed, and then everybody gets to experience the game together. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. So.
Shouts out to, did I say shouts out to Neil? Shouts out to Neil, Chariot Man. I think I did, but if I didn't, there you go. So, this is my turn. So, I think I got two positions to look at this from, two perspectives. All right, so I'm going to go with you guys' perspective. And I do not, Chariot Man, I do not believe this is the same situations as Borderlands 4. Because Borderlands 4, they didn't say later this summer. They said indefinitely. They don't know. So that means, and it goes to kind of what K-Bum was saying, Borderlands was having so many problems on the other platforms, and they released it, and it was so much backlash from what they did that they just indefinitely delayed the Switch 2 version indefinitely. So we don't know if it's coming or when it's coming. So this ain't that. They said later this summer. So to me, what that tells me is they are confident in where they are. They just want either this first thought, which aligns with you guys. They just need to tweak a few bells and whistles, maybe the frame rate, trying to get it more stable, optimize a little bit better so it can be at its best on the Switch 2. And like K-Bum, I don't have a problem with that, but I do align with Keith. If you're going to delay it for all three, because it's not like you're delaying it far length out. If it's just a month or two later, 3 months, delay it for all three so it can get the shine and get the same attention on all three platforms or 4 platforms being PC. I think it's coming to PC as well. That way, you know, each platform get the proper love and attention. And like Keith said, you don't have to worry about stuff being ruined and spoiled and kind of seeing everybody experiencing it. And then by the time it's time for you to experience it, you unseen just about everything about it. But I am one of those numbers that's going to try. I'm going to attempt to forego this game into the Switch 2 version because that's really where I want to buy it. I really want to buy it there, so I'm going to wait. I'm not double dipping on a game like this. But K-Bum is right. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like Keith said, a terrible game. He really, like Miyamoto said, if you release a terrible game, it remains terrible. It don't matter how many updates. I mean, Cyberpunk may be the outlier that was able to redeem itself, but look how long it took.
And even then, we had to force you to like it,
right?
To say that it was okay,
right. And going back to what Keith said with Rayman's Legend, that upset me as a Nintendo fan because they only delayed it because they were scared of the sales, which I can't get mad at them. And they delayed it and end up ruining the game altogether because it was built for the Wii U. It was built with the gamepad in mind. It was not built for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So anyway, but there's another aspect to this that I want to explore. And I don't know if I may be interpreting this a little wrong, but I'm going to read it so each of us can get our own interpretation of what this person is saying. And this is Reese, Kiwi Talks. Is it Rowley? And this is what he said. And Keith, you kind of responded to him, so I went back to our chat because you shared this with us. So so it says, Nintendo are their own worst enemy because their first-party software is such high quality, it sabotages third party. This is why third parties are never going to prioritize the Nintendo console over PlayStation. Even if Switch 2 was 3 times as powerful as the PlayStation 5, they would still prioritize PlayStation 5 because of consumers' behavior. That's the key in on that. Because of consumers' behavior. There is some expectation with exception with Japanese devs. Think of it like this. If a Switch 2 owner has to decide between a Nintendo title or a third-party title, 9 times out of 10, they will pick the Nintendo title. Game development is all about choices and what to prioritize. Switch 2 is always going to be farther down the priority list because it's not going to generate anywhere close to the same amount of revenue for third parties as PlayStation or PC. Expect more of these happenings with third-party titles, unfortunately. Now, why did I read this? Because I think there's some things that we're missing with this, and why the delay is really not framed as a delay. They're just releasing it later. They didn't frame it like we need more time to fix it. They just said we're not releasing it on that date on the Switch 2. Now, K-Bum, Keith, where this comes from is, remember, this was originally supposed to come out in March. Did Nintendo have any particular game that was scheduled for March that we know of that they did have Pocopia, but I don't think Nintendo thought Pocopia is going to be what it was. Could it be the reason this game is not coming out when it was supposed to come out is because of Yoshi?
That's a hard pill for me to swallow, as I'm not a Yoshi fan. I did buy that one game, but I do not play his games. My kids really don't play his games. But I can't say you're wrong because when we talked about it yesterday,
I'm not saying I'm right or wrong.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying I can't say that because when I went and looked it up, Yoshi does sell.
Yeah, it sells.
Yoshi sells. So
And Yoshi isn't doing all that now. Well, again, I don't know. I'm trying to understand why Reese would post this at this time, because we got Requiem, we gonna get Pragmata, we gonna get all this other stuff, and it's been all the games that's been day and date is still day and date. So this hasn't been happening. Hold up. This hasn't been happening. This hasn't been a frequent thing, but like Keith said, I don't know. I don't look at Yoshi like that, but I think me, Keith, may be the outliers. We might not be. I don't look at Pacopia like that, but look at what Pacopia's done. I do believe what this brother is talking about is in view of Yoshi. And I'm curious if they was asked to not release it. I don't know. I'm just curious. I don't have no dog in this fight. Just throwing out a thought, just trying to get y'all take on it. Comic Book Crunch says no. Okay, I accept that. K-Bomb, Keith, what's your thoughts? You said you don't keep. You said you don't lean that way. That you're not gonna write it off.
I can't. I don't want to go in that direction. I think the game probably was actually having problems based on the PlayStation 5 footage.
But I think that's why they delayed it, was because of what you saw. I think that's what caused the initial delay. But they didn't give any. The only reason I'm presenting this, I'm not saying we must believe this. I'm just saying there was no indication of we need more time to fix it. It just said it will release later this summer. And I guess we can deduce from that they need more time to optimize it, but it didn't literally state that. So, and then I'm adding this in for color to give thoughts. K-Bun, what's your thoughts?
Okay. So I do believe that third party is afraid of first party Nintendo. Okay, I'm going to openly say that. I'm going to color it with the fact that I do not believe third party is afraid of every first party Nintendo.
That's a good take. I like that.
I do know you want to stay clear of Mario. You want to stay clear of Zelda, right? You want to keep your eye on Metroid. Right? You can dance in the water with Smash, but it depends on what they doing, because they got Smash Bros though. So
we got Smash Bros.
I do believe they have to be. I do believe they are aware and they have to be aware. But I don't think it's every first party that Nintendo drops. They have to be mindful. They need to be mindful, but they're nervous about is the word I want to use. So yeah, I don't. It's hard for me to say that this is what that is, because I don't believe that. I believe they're trying to be coy on their language. On their language of why they're delaying it. They're trying to be protective. Maybe they're trying to be protective of the devs. Maybe they're trying to be protective of just the studio itself, so it doesn't get a bad rep that, hey, or maybe even protective of Nintendo, just saying that, hey, we're struggling a little bit over here. Right? So they're just trying to make it as plain and as non-descriptive as possible, just saying it's coming out later. That's how I feel. I feel more of the corporate talk than I feel them trying to hide the fact that they're trying to stay away from a Nintendo title. Because I believe, like I said, you do have to be aware, but I don't think it's that.
Yeah, Can
I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to say this before you say it, because I know you're gonna say it. I won't beat you to it. Yoshi's coming out, and they just had the Mario Galaxy movie. So there could be some relevance with a Yoshi game tied to that movie. So in any other realm, I'll put my game out at the same time as Yoshi. But I cannot put my game out at the same time as Yoshi after a Mario movie, with him being such a prevalent character and a beloved, and I dare I say cute character in the movie. That might be too much just to kind of give Levels Point some more energy.
Look, brother, I ain't fighting for this at all. Now, I will say this. Nia says they didn't say that because of the optics. I think that actually would help. Like, look, we're going to release the Switch 2 version later because we want to work on stabilizing the frame rate. So it's going to come in summer. That, to me, I don't think that's going to hurt or be any less. I don't think it's going to do any more damage than just saying, or than what they said. I don't think either one going to hurt any different. The delay is delay. Not coming at the same date is the gut punch. It's not coming in May 27th. So I would think, I'm gonna be honest with you, I would think it's the former. I would lean more towards they couldn't get it where they want. We already seen Hitman on the Switch 2. This is pretty much probably the same engine, or maybe a updated version of the engine. I'm not sure. But we saw that Hitman ran, kind of wonky on the Switch 2 with the frame rate. So there is evidence to lean towards. It's just more time to optimize and better the game for the platform than what I propose. I just wanted to throw it out there just for color and to bring in what this dude named Reese and what Keith said in retort to Reese. What did Keith say? So what is this big first party Nintendo game that fits this scenario? And I came up and I said Yoshi, and he said, laughing, boy, you funny dude. Cause that's the only game, cause Yoshi comes out literally the week prior to this game. So if there was a game that fit the scenario, it had to be Yoshi. It's not Star Fox. Because Nintendo is not going to gobble up Yoshi like that. They're going to give Yoshi time to cook. So anyway, but we did see them release Mario, Fever, and Requiem came, wasn't it a week later?
Mario Fever is that football game?
Fever is the tennis game.
Tennis, yeah.
The tennis game. Then they released Mario Tennis, I think it's Fever, Fury, or whatever name of that game. And I think Requiem literally released a week later. So it's not out of Nintendo's willingness to put out a first-party franchise. Capcom didn't see the need to move, and Capcom moved more than that game moved. And I would perceive that I would believe James Bond would move more than Yoshi. I would think. But Keith does bring up a valid point. It is coming off of most likely going to be a $1 billion movie with Yoshi all in it. And kids probably be like, Mom, can I get the Yoshi game? That could happen. So that could be some crossover sales from that.
Fun fact. The Mario Galaxy movie is not out in Japan yet. It's not even out.
And it's already at was it almost 500 mil?
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't it crossed 500? It's killing. It's killing right now. So any final thoughts on this topic? And then we can switch and use this to pivot to our next topic. Since we're talking about Mario Galaxy, we can segue into that topic and K-Bum go finish packing like he said. Any other final thoughts on this? It's sad for me. It's unfortunate. I don't take this as a blow and a knock to Nintendo. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to be like, see, it's not, I don't look at it like that. This system is not even a year old yet. There may be some still figuring out the hardware, still figuring out the best way to approach it. And how they talk, I don't feel like they feel that they're concerned or anything of this game coming to the Switch 2. They more or less either one, just want to give it more time to make it the best, or two, possibly, don't want to deal with Yoshi. I would lean to the former, so don't think I'm going with that thought. So, any other thoughts on this, or we can go ahead and skip on?
I'm ready to skip.
All right, you know, Crimson Tide.
Yep.
You know, Crimson Tide developers said they are strongly considering Crimson Tide for the Switch 2. They are actually doing RDA for it.
You mean Crimson Desert?
What did I say? Crimson Tide? Yeah, Crimson Desert. So anyway, all right. So let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I can't show nothing from this, but as y'all know, the Super Mario Galaxy movie debuted last week, I believe, on a Wednesday. Going up on a Wednesday. And me and my family actually went out and saw it on that Friday. Yes, on that Friday, because we did the podcast on the Thursday. So we all went and saw it on that Friday, and I believe Keith went and saw it on that Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
So, of course, you know, we have shared our takes on this movie. And we also have the user scores. We also have the critic reviews of the Rotten Tomatoes and all that. And I may just pull that up. So we felt that me and Keith has been talking about this movie for the last, I guess, since Keith's seen it. We've been in it's not that okay, let me start this. Did you before we start getting into it, let's just state how did we enjoy the movie or not? Let's just go there first. Let's get that out. Right. Let's get that out. Keith, did you enjoy this movie? Was Mario Galaxy the movie a fun time for you? Did you enjoy this movie? Go ahead.
Levelhead, brother, I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was a fun ride from start to finish. Was it the greatest movie of all time? Yes. No, I'm just playing. No, but it was a really good movie. Pretty much what you would expect, based on like the first movie, the pacing, the storytelling. But I do think that they, in my opinion, a lot of people, I think some people actually disagree with this, but in my opinion, I think this is the better movie. But if you take them both together and allow them to speak for one another, they make a really good cohesive mesh of a good time with both movies. It was funny, me and my boys, we sat here and watched the first Mario movie, I think on Monday. So that was a good time. But yeah, I loved all the little Easter eggs that you saw popping up. I love some revelations that we got from this particular story. I love there's a portion in the movie where Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi, they go off and they do their thing, a la Super Mario World. Ooh, wait. Maybe talking too much. Let me think. Hold on. Let me slow down. Slow down, brother. They do some things in the game. I mean, in the movie, kind of remind you of a certain game. Anyways. What else? Let's see. Well, you've seen some of the in the trailers. They showed you some of the scenes where some of the Odyssey scenes were in there. You saw some Galaxy in there. You know, Rosalina's in there. Bowser Jr. I thought everybody did a great job. I mean, Chris Pratt. I mean, I still feel some type of way about this Mario, but you know.
What's wrong with Chris Pratt Mario, man? I think he do an okay job.
I mean, he just kind of talking. He ain't really, he ain't really changing anything. But
we can go somewhere with that. Go ahead. Cook, sir.
Yeah. I like some certain character development. Some characters were, going back and forth on certain things internally, and but yeah, man, the music. Oh my God, the music was a whole lot better this time around. But I have a theory about that. See, in the first movie, you were in Brooklyn a lot of the time, and they were playing a lot of regular human world music. And then when you went into the Mushroom Kingdom, then you get the Mario music.
Right.
And to me, that makes sense. And I know a lot of people didn't like it. I was like, why are they playing this music and not the Mario music? Because they're not the Super Mario Brothers yet. They haven't done anything yet. They're just regular old Joe and Joe who haven't made it, who haven't been through anything. They got a family that can't stand, act like they can't stand them, and they always hating on their dreams. Then they go into this new world, and then you get the Mario music. So
actually, to co-sign what you just said, one of the characters in this movie goes to Brooklyn or New York, and the Biggie Smalls music shows back up. So they are actually doing what you're saying. And I didn't even realize that until you just said, like, they are like when you in the real world, they playing the real world music, and when you in the game
real world music,
they playing the game music. Go ahead, though.
Exactly.
Hey, let me give you a shout out to that observation right there. That's what I'm talking about, Keith.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's why they come to this podcast.
But yeah. All right, because I know you ready to go too. But and then of course, Star Fox McCloud. He's in the movie. He's in the movie a lot longer than I thought he was going to be in that movie. No spoilers. Not going to tell you what he did, but it was just cool to see him in the movie and him actually play a role. I know a lot of people criticize Nintendo saying, they just trying to sell a product. Hey, man, do what you got to do to make your money. But he did actually play a role in the movie. But there was several, and and I think, what is his name? Glenn Powell. He did a great job. He did a great job as Fox, like a really good job as Fox. Like man, you just got, if you haven't seen it, you just got to see it, man. The way they played up Fox, he was comical. He was the adventurer. He was all of that in the same character. They really did a good job, and the connection between him and a certain other lead IP, they was cool. It wasn't like it wasn't no beef. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool to see. But I thought it was a good movie. If I was to give any negatives, I had one particular negative that really stuck out with me, and it was in the Yoshi scene. And they showed a character who was very prevalent in the first movie. He sounds like that. And I don't know why. I don't want to spoil it, but I don't know why they just didn't do that what I just did for that character for that one little split second. I think that would have worked a lot better than what they actually did. That was irritating. I was like, why did y'all do that? We know what he sounds like. But yeah. Again, I thought it was a good time. My boys loved it. They actually want to go back and watch it in 3D, and I am going to oblige.
Did y'all see Salmon Ship on the loading pad screen? No, I did not.
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay, so just did I enjoy the movie? Yes. I enjoyed Star Fox. I mean, not Star Fox, but Galaxy, the movie. It was a fun time. My kids was on the edge of their seats. My daughters was responding to everything, especially my oldest daughter. And she can't. My oldest daughter leveled the first new level. I don't want to say her name, but she has to talk. She literally has to talk out her feelings. She cannot not talk. You would hate to go to the movies with her. Because every moment must be expressed via words. And so she said, my wife, my two twins, she said 5 seats for me because I know how she is. Dad, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Look at that. Dad, what do you think about, wouldn't it be cool? I'm like, I'm trying to watch the movie. I'm not, stop, hold up now. Eat your popcorn, leave me be. I miss half the movie trying to explain to you one scene. But,
especially this movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed just seeing Mario on the big screen, seeing these characters brought to life, seeing the power-ups, seeing, all the stuff that they did in the movie, it was fun. It was a good roller coaster of a time. And I left away, I felt like I didn't feel like I wasted my money or anything like that. But I do have some critiques that we're going to explore. But overall, my concluding thought is I enjoyed this movie. I would say, did I enjoy it more than the first one? I would say it was more eventful and more action-packed, and I know that's hard to say with the first one as much that was going on in the first one, but this one had a lot of cool things that I would say may edge it out over the first one, but I did like the subtleness and the less franticness or ADHD-ness of the first one over this one. It was a lot. They was throwing a lot at you in this movie. A lot to take in a 90-minute movie. There was so much to take in. Like you just said, I totally missed Samus ship. I wish I would have saw that. Dang it. So I got to see a bootleg version of it on X. The whole movie was up there. I almost sent it to you guys, but I was like, I ain't gonna do that. I just watched a little bit of it. It was actually a scene that I actually missed that I got to see what actually happened. I won't explain that, but I missed that scene. And your boy dozed for about a second. I don't know how, but I did. I'm getting old, y'all. I'm getting older. So I dozed for like a second, and I'm like, why did I doze? But I did. It wasn't boring at all. But anyway, so that's my take. I enjoyed this movie, but I have issues. And this is where the conversation is going to go a little juicy. All right, so as y'all can see in front of the screen, there is the Rotten Tomato meter. The critics or reviewers who gave it a 43. And then you have the popcorn meter, which is the users, those who are just fans and movie people that go watch the movie. Is about 5,000 verified ratings, and they give it is right now is at an 89. So very polarizing, very different views from the critics to the actual people who went to watch it that are not critics. And me and Keith is going to kind of try to explore where we fall in this space. Now, Keith, do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
No, you should go first and point out your grievances.
All right. So as y'all know, a lot of the tomato meter, a lot of the Rotten Tomato critics gave this a poor score, and they cited a few things. And I want to bring up one particular reviewer because I think what they said would help express my what I'm about to say. So this is Antoine White and Anthony White. What am I doing? Anthony White. It says he gave it a 7.5 out of 10. So he didn't say it was trash, but he said something in this little snippet of his review that I want to pull out. It says the Super Mario movie is fun, which it actually is a visually polished sequel that understands what fans love about the universe. Absolutely true. At the same time, the story does not always match the ambition of the setting. And that is perfectly where I am positioned. As a Nintendo fan, I enjoyed this movie because it knows what it is. It knows it's a Mario game being made into a movie, and all the Mario stuff is in abundance, is properly placed. You can tell that Miyamoto is ensuring that the world, the universe of Mario is well intact in this movie. Yes, we have talking Mario, we have talking Luigi, we have a semi-talking Yoshi, we have a talking Peach, we have a talking Rosalina, we have a talking Star Fox, which was awesomely voice acted. We had other characters in this movie. So all the Mario universe awesomeness was just there. And that's what was amazing. And it was fast-packed, and it was action-packed, and it was over the top. And you get to see all these power-ups, and they doing the moves, and it's just dope, and it's just fun. But the movie buff that I am, and the movie critic, because I am a critic. This is something my wife cannot stand about me. When I watch stuff and I start to lose the sense of the purpose of it and why it's happening and those type of things, the depths, the explanations, the reasoning, the purpose for, that part of the movie was absolutely flat, thin, and uninspired, not as creative, a little too simplistic. And so when I began to see a lot of the reviews before I went to see the movie saying this, I was like, oh, I don't know, I'll go see it myself. But leaving the movie and giving my honest take, and I want to explore this, the movie is fun, it's a nostalgia smorgasbord, but if I'm graded on the grade that I would grade other movies in this same space, like a Cars or a Toy Story or The Incredibles or the Coco or Frozen and all these other animated movies, and the story, yes, in comparison to those, these reviews are justified. Maybe not no 43 or 44, but 70s and 60s is absolutely fair to me. With that being said, I don't want to go too far because I want to give Keith space to explore this side of it. We both enjoyed the movie. I had fun. I look forward to seeing it again to see all the stuff I missed. But if I'm grading it as a movie with a story and a plot and depths and explaining stuff, that part was sorely lacking in my opinion. Keith, the floor is yours.
All right. So me and Level have gone extensively back and forth about this in a fun way. We never go in attacking in any type of conversation. So, but I do think that there could be opportunity for them to spend more time on certain things. I think I said that when I watched the movie. I think I said that about the first Mario movie. I'm not ever going to say that, like it was perfect and the way they did it was absolutely flawless. No, if a lot of people are saying that they should have spent more time on certain conversations, topics, storylines, plots, fine. You know what I mean? However, with what was given, I think that they had a decent plot from start to finish. I think the plot, and I don't know, we're not going into spoilers, right?
No, we can't spoil it. We're just gonna give our take on.
All right.
Without spoiling it, you can talk about what you felt about the plot, but not actually get into the plot. So that,
all right.
Unless it's already been, like, you could talk about Star Fox. You could talk about. We don't want to reveal some of the. The surprises and revelations and none of those type of things.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, yeah, I think the plot makes sense. What drove the movie, a certain character was trying to do a certain thing. I think that drove the movie. I think a lot of times people get it in their mind that because it's Mario, then Mario has to be the center of focus. And I think this was explained in some of the reviews. Some of the reviews that I heard without spoiling, a lot of people were saying like, oh, he felt like a secondary, yada, yada, yada. But I think what drove the movie from start to finish made sense. And from that one branch, things started to branch off things started to become, you started to get revelations about certain things, certain characters, things that we found out or had questions about in the first movie. They were answered in this movie. And I feel like when we do get that Mario 3 in 3 years, certain questions that you may have about this movie, some things that came up, will most likely be answered in the next movie. You know, I thought they did a good enough job. Could they have spent more time on it? Sure. Listen, I'm with Level. We are in agreement there, but I think the things that they told made sense for the given time that they had. I thought it made sense. And then from there you saw certain characters that were a certain way in the first movie, and you saw a different version of that character in the second movie, and you saw them struggle with certain things. Could they have spent more time on that? Yes, but it did happen. You can't say that it didn't happen. Can't say that it didn't have a decent storyline from start to finish. It was there. You may not have liked how they did it, and that's perfectly fine. I won't argue with anybody about their own personal opinion, but they did have the things, and they did explain things within the context of the movie. And no, Level, this is to you. No, they did not tell the movie through Easter eggs. I was so mad when you said that. He was like, I don't want them to tell me movie through the Easter eggs. I was like, they didn't tell that movie through the Easter eggs. But anyways,
that ain't really what I meant. I misused.
I know what you
misused Easter eggs, but I'll explain myself when you're done.
Yeah, but yeah, I do think that to me the story flowed, especially when you consider that the movie is a for everybody movie, so it's not just for the people who grew up playing Mario. You know, we talking about 30s and 40-year-olds, 20-year-olds. There's a lot of people that has to get this, all the way down to like a 5-year-old who has to sit through this movie. And I think sometimes an over explanation of something that may satisfy an adult may not satisfy a child, where they might, oh my God. Nia, if I could, me and her talked about it because we saw it on the same day. She told me that her niece is like, and I might be butchering this if you still up. I think she was kind of like, how much longer do we have in this movie? Because there were probably some things was lasting too long for her, where we're looking at it like, oh, this could be longer. You know what I mean? So everybody has a different perspective when it comes to these types of things. But the things that a lot of people would call it negative, I just don't have the same sentiment. I think the movie was entertaining and it flowed and it made sense to me. And because they explained a lot of things that you had questions about in the first movie, and you did get character development, like Mario and Luigi from the first movie, we all seen that. Mario and Luigi were nobodies in the first movie, and then you get to the second movie, that might not be the same case. I don't want to spoil it for nobody. That might not be the same case. They've been through some things, you know. Peach was struggling with something that from the first movie. She didn't know certain things, and then in the second movie you learned those certain things. You may not have gotten everything that you wanted, but you did get that storyline, and they covered it. They talked about it, you know. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got for you right now.
All right, so for me, let me flesh out what I've been kicking at Keith pretty much since last Friday. All right, so again, let me establish out the gate, I did enjoy the movie, but I got to be honest, and I got to grade it like I would grade other animated movies, like Miles Morales, and how those stories and stuff is handled, and how I felt when I left. Coco is a good example of a great, well-paced movie that handled the story and the plot very well, to where when it concluded, I felt like everything in this movie synchronized and came together and told a complete story. The issue I have with, and I had this with the first one, But because it was the first one, I gave it a pass. I feel like the movie is stepping on itself and rushing past and rushing in a way it doesn't have to. Now, you said, I don't know if you said Nia or Nia's niece felt like the movie was too long. To me, I can agree, but the reason it felt long to me was because there was so much happening and not enough time letting things cook for me. And it makes the movie it makes the movie feel disjointed, because as soon as you introduce a plot or a subplot, before you work out that subplot to let it cook, to bake, to all, you already introduced 2-3 other subplots on top of that subplot that you're not going to take the time to really flesh it out, to give you time to live with that thing, the gravity of that thing. Like many of the elements Rosalina introduces is heavy. Rosalina character brings some gravity and some weight to this movie in a way that I would say Mario and Luigi and even Princess Peach doesn't. And the aspects around Rosalina, to me, deserve more explanation, more explaining, more time, letting us set in what's going on and why she's here. And to me, that stuff they never took the time to let you soak it in before they was trying to hit you with, look at all this stuff, look at all the nostalgia, look at all, it's amazing. And it's like, yes, but I just want to sit with this story piece. I want to sit with this element of this person's story. What's going on here? Let's flesh this out just a little bit. If you need another few minutes to flesh that out, to let that cook, to let that bake, let it bake. We don't need to rush past that. What?
Can I ask you, are you saying what is she doing here in the movie, or what is she doing? Like, I'm curious because I know you can't spoil anything, but
I just want to cook a little bit.
I know. I'm just curious. I'm curious.
All right. So if I look at a movie like Coco, let me use Coco. The way Coco comes in, you understand what's going on with this young. You're learning what's going on with this young man and his family and the dynamics between him and his family and the culture and the legacy and what they done. But you also get this other thing that they don't want to talk about that he feels called to, and you get to wrestle with the disapproval of the family with him following that, and his struggle with trying to fall in line with what the family work and making the shoes and all the stuff that they did versus his hunger for music. And you get to deal with that for the first act, and you get to wrestle with this dynamic before you rush into him deciding that I'm going to go after what I want, and it ends up in the grave, and he gets the guitar, and then he goes into the afterlife, and then this whole other elements of the story begin to unfold. You had time to wrestle and understand Coco's situation. Whereas with Rosalina, once you hear what's going on, it's gone. It's already over. You heard it. Yes, this is what happened. Okay, we done with that. Let's go to you didn't get to sit there with that. You didn't get to sit there with the lumens or whatever they're called. You didn't get to sit in none of these scenes and feel with Princess Peach. I'm not gonna give anything, but what's going on with her and what's clearly being depicted as being an internal something going on internally inside of her. You don't get a chance to sit with that before she's off on the journey about this thing that you don't know. You don't get a chance to really just live with it with her. So it's the pacing. It's too fast. It's trying to do too much. It's not letting a story be developed. So when I look at stories like I said, Coco or Cars, or you got to sit with what was his name in Cars? What was the red car name? Lightning McCloud. Is it Lightning McQueen? Yeah. Before he goes off, you get to sit in his disgrace. You get to sit in him learning how to be what he become. It wasn't rushed through. It took its time to tell you and make you live with what was going on with McQueen, Lightning McQueen. You got to live his story before they rushed you to the conclusion. You get to the conclusion in this movie so fast, you didn't get to really live with none of these characters to really feel them out. You didn't get to feel out Bowser and what was really going on with Bowser, or Bowser Jr., or Rosalina, or Peach. And Mario and Luigi was kind of like just there to be the glue because it's a Mario movie. So while I enjoyed everything that was going on, and I do like that they gave some explanation to why these things were happening, I watched too many of these movies to understand these movies take time to cook. They create a story that allows their character to really be fleshed out, and you come to understand them, and they still achieve what this movie achieves in the end. Frozen achieves it. Cars achieves it. Coco achieves it. Incredibles achieves it. They got an action-packed thrill ride that you never get bored of and tell you a compelling story, and they took the time to tell it. Whereas Mario don't tell you a compelling story. It gives you flashes of a compelling story and just rush you through it. Oh, there goes Star Fox. Oh, look at that over there. Oh, this was awesome. He jumped off the wall. Look how he did that power-up. That's all great. The story needs to be worked on. Just like the first one. That story needs to be worked on. So I can't come up here because I'm a Nintendo fan and gloss over this underwritten story that to me, there is a great story in this movie that is not being told. And it's like, why aren't you telling it? Why aren't you letting Rosalina be what she's showing, what she introduced? Why not allow that to be told? I don't think this is Nia. This is not an Illumination issue because Illumination is not controlling the story. So if they
wait.
What?
But you got to take that into. You just gave us a bunch of Pixar movies, some which were boring. I'm listening to you, and you're throwing out Illumination to attack Nintendo. What about the Illumination movies? What about the Illumination movies?
This is not an attack. This is not first. Let's. This is not an attack.
You know what I'm saying.
Second, I didn't name every I didn't name every Pixar movie. I named good movies. I even named.
Yeah, but what about the Illumination movies?
Wait a minute. I think the Illumination got some good movies. I'll get there. But I think what was I finna say? I also named Miles Morales, the movies from Sony. Those are good movies. That last movie from Miles Morales, Enter the Spider-Verse. My daughter, when we got home, I have never connected with my daughter over a movie like that. And I don't think this is an Illumination problem in the sense of we know. Okay, I think the Despicables is good storytelling. I think the first one was an excellent story. I think the second one was an excellent story. I think the third and the rest are not. I don't think the Minions are good, but the first Despicable Me was a good story. You got to understand who he was as a villain. You got to understand the three girls that he came into. You got to see his conversion from being this villain to and what he was trying to do to becoming a father, and then and all the other stuff. It was well paced. It was well thought out. I'm sorry, not every Illumination movie is bad. I also like Sing. I also like Sing 2. I look at the story and the pacing and the development of the characters and letting it breathe. Mario does not let these characters breathe as characters. They are rushed. It's like, why are we rushing? And that's what it feels like. That's why I described it as it's like ADHD. Like, brother, slow down. So
I don't know, man,
that's me.
because you talked about Peach, but it's almost like you're forgetting that there was a whole first movie that continued with that storyline.
But
It may
hold
seem-
up,
it may seem like-
hold up, Keith, hold up. Nia,
Yeah, what's up?
you were missing my point. You talking about Illumination. I'm talking about good movies. Good animated movies. You can talk about Illumination. I'm not saying every Illumination movie is good. I'm not saying every Pixar movie is good. I'm not saying every DreamWorks movie is good or Sony animated movie or any. We're talking about great animated movies. I'm comparing this movie like all those other movies that wasn't good and we say ain't good. The story is trash. The Minion story is trash. I would admit that even though I laugh at the Minions. I can still say it's a trash movie. I can look at Mario and enjoy it and still tell the truth about its story. And I feel like we are missing, it is, the story can be critiqued and still have fun with watching the movie. Like
I don't think the story
Transformers
is the issue.
yeah.
I don't think the story is the issue. I think your issue is that you wanted more character development. I keep saying the story is there. You've even said that there is a great story there. You just want more character development. I think that's a different point.
No, because character development is part of the story.
I understand that, but the actual overall arcing point of the story, from where the movie started to where it ended, it made sense and it all flowed. You wanted them to spend more time within telling about where certain characters came from. That's cool. I used that as examples when we was me and you back and forth talking. Keith, my overall theme was, I said this several times, let it breathe. That's what I kept saying to you. Let the movie I literally just said
breathe. That. Right. So I didn't say that, I never said there wasn't a story. I said they're not letting the story be told because they're not letting it breathe. When I use Coco as my example, a part of a great story is understanding the plot and the problem with the character and what's going on with them and the whys and the whats and the whos and what does it mean, the emotional state, the whole nine is a part of telling a compelling story. So Coco, I wish we could spoil. We can spoil it and still you might keep, all you're going to do is say what Rosalina, where they came from, the whole, but that still doesn't negate or debunk what I'm saying, because I'm not refuting that they said those things. Coco didn't have to take all that time to set up the journey, but they did. That's the difference. The movie doesn't take the time to set up the journey. It tells you why they're on the journey, but it doesn't really take the time to really fully immerse you into setting that thing up. And like I said, if that's how they want to tell it, I'm fine with that. But I can critique it and tell the truth about that. I get what you're saying. You want them to spend more time, but I knew exactly why they were there. So for me hearing you say that and you saying the movie doesn't take time to explain why they're there, I know exactly why they're there. Keith, no, see, that's what I'm missing. Keith, we all know why they there. That don't mean. But you just said the movie didn't take time to do it. Keith, okay, I know why Coco is there. I know why Coco is going, but the movie took the time to really flesh it out. Okay, Transformers. Transformers is, if I'm just looking at it, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the original Transformers, and I can equally say the story was a fast-paced mess, and I enjoyed it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Michael Bay style. I still watch them, still enjoy them. You talking about the one where they was when we found out their origin stories? Yeah, the ones with Megan Fox or whatever. Both. Oh, that one. The new Transformers, Michael. I can still say I enjoyed those movies because I'm a Ninja Turtle fan. I enjoyed it, but I can also critique the story and say, yeah, man, they didn't really tell a compelling story here. Even though I know why it's happening, I know all the reasons they gave, that don't mean you really told a compelling story. I can say the same thing about the original Super Mario, and I can say the same thing about this one. Yes, I know all the reasons for the whys. That still doesn't mean you took the time to tell a compelling story. That's all I'm saying. And I think it's disingenuous to sit here and look at this movie when we got so many other examples of great animated movies with great storytelling. Lion King, all these movies that are epic stories. And then when somebody say this movie needs to work on its story, I don't understand what you're talking about. I knew why. Yeah, we got many movies we could say we know what's going on. Don't mean it's a great story. Don't mean it's levels to it. Don't mean it's top tier. These folks got to look at other stuff in this genre. That's why I said this is not a video game. It's a movie.
Yeah, but if they didn't do a faithful adaptation, people would be upset.
But
That's why they were upset with the very first Mario movie. That's why when Sonic was being announced, before we had that first movie, folks was like, "Hey, whoa, that is not Sonic," because it wasn't a faithful adaptation. We
tilt our hat to the faithful adaptation. That still does not mean they told a compelling story. Mario, adaptation. The princess get kidnapped, Mario go save her. That's the adaptation. Those are not compelling stories even in the video games, but that's what it is, right? So
you talking about Princess Peach?
I'm talking about the Mario movie. The Mario video game. Mario video game is about saving Peach most of the time. Cooper comes through, takes Peach. I'm going to marry her, fly off on the ship, and you just go through all these adventures to go get Peach before Bowser save her. That's the story. Should that be what you take to
save her? She don't want to be saved.
Right. Should that be, and K-Mon, you can jump in here if you want to. I think we gave enough color. You might have an opinion on this. Should that be the story that you carry to the movie as well? Princess Peach kidnapped, Mario got to go save her. That's the movie.
Should that be the story?
Should that, in the same capacity as the game tells it, the movie tells it?
Brother, if that's what they want to say, yeah. But it's all about that journey.
All right. So if
the journey was amazing.
All right. So if a critic comes to critique that journey, I can compartmentalize the faithful adaptation of the source material and still give space for these critics to tell the truth about a video game being adapted to a movie and the story that movie told. I can still let them have the fair reigns that they have on any other movie that's in that same genre. So when they said Minions was trash, I didn't hear nobody crying about Minions being trash. When they said any other movie that wasn't good, the story was terrible, nobody cried. But because they say the storyline leads to work, oh man, they not lying.
No. I really don't even know what the critics said because I didn't really listen. I saw the score.
I'm talking
to you. No,
we did talk about that last week. We talked about that last week.
Talking to you. I don't know what they said. Honestly, I know that the score was bad and they said that the pacing was bad, but I don't know like in detail if they're saying if they're echoing what you're saying that the story didn't make sense or whatever. I don't know if that's what you're fully saying, but that's what it kind of sounds like to me that you're saying that the story didn't make sense.
No, the story didn't make sense.
Okay,
no, it didn't always make sense. It didn't always tie together. It sounded like a whole bunch of ideas tied into a bow tie with Mario nostalgia put over it to cover up that I'm not really making this stuff connect like it could connect. That's exactly what I'm saying. So there's a lot of interesting things being revealed in this movie that could have been great that wasn't even given the space to be great, in my opinion. But I'm not telling anybody to have it. I'm just not gonna get up here and glaze because I did get that Mario scratch. It was great to see it on the big screen. But this is a second entry. I critique all these movies like this. I'm going to tell the truth just like I tell the truth about a Tyler Perry movie. I'm going to tell the truth about this movie. They need to work on these stories. I'm sorry, they do. And, hey, that's the truth. I left away feeling like torn. I don't feel like it's no 43, 44, but this is around 60s and 70s in story, but everything else was excellent because it's Mario. So, but I wanted more than what they gave me in that story. That's just
there you go, because you enjoyed it.
No.
You wanted more because you enjoyed it.
No, I wanted more because I saw the potential for it.
You were enjoying yourself.
I saw the potential with Rosalina's story. But you got Rosalina's story, you got Bowser's story. Yoshi's don't even make any sense, in my opinion, why you even here. Star Fox, he didn't.
You saw him.
He doesn't make sense to me why he's there.
That was the Easter egg from the last movie.
Okay, but you got to flesh that out in this movie.
Mario, okay, I got to... Mario literally said in the movie when he was like, how did you get here? Your question. That's your question. He's talking to the audience. How did you get here? They give you a montage. And Mario said, I guess we'll never know.
And I'm going to say...
It was a joke. It was a joke.
Right. And that's K-Bum. And
they joked about it.
K-Bum. And that's the problem about it.
That is
exactly what Keith said is my issue with it. Is because what could have been compelling, you make a joke. And so this character is here for no reason but to be here. You want him here because you want him here.
You forgot that the Bullet Bill or Bullet Bomb or whatever blew up Mushroom Kingdom and New York together, and everything kind of collided and came together. That's how he's there.
Keith, like I said,
that's what happened.
K-Bomb, I know you a movie. I'm not going to even hold this no more. I'm going to let it go because I'm going to get to this PlayStation 5 conversation.
Let it go.
For me,
let it go.
Keith can have it. Nia, you can have it. Anybody else who don't want, it don't really hurt my feelings at all. I'm standing on what I'm saying. This movie needs some writers. This movie needs some people who can see some material and can craft a story that's involving, that's emotional, connecting, that's more than just flash card. That's what it felt like, the flashcard. Oh, okay, nostalgia. And everything was glued together with nostalgia. And it's like, I'm not that slow, man. Y'all can tell me a better story than that. I'm sorry.
I think my issue with this, and we can move on to the place.
Yes, Comic Book Crunch. I literally said that to Keith. I said they could have added about 20, 30 more minutes to this movie, and it would have gave them the time to do what they needed to do to make this movie feel more like a movie than a photo op for Mario characters. Look, I'm gonna make some people mad. I'm done. I spoke my piece. Go ahead, Keith. I'm done. I'm not saying no more. I'm done with it. I ain't backing off of that. That's my true feelings about it. The movie is good, fun. But it's not a great movie. It's fun though. Go ahead.
I'm not even advocating for that. I'm just pushing back on the point that something wasn't explained, something wasn't there. You may not like the way they explained it. You may not like the way it was done. You probably wanted more time on it, but you cannot say it was not there. That's my only.
I never one time said it wasn't there. I said it's there, but they not letting it breathe. I never one time said it's not there. I said there's a lot of good stuff. Keith, I literally said in my first response about this movie, before you even seen it, I said there's 3 movies in this movie. There's potential for 3 excellent story-driven movies in this one movie. Because you could tell a great story with Bowser and Bowser Jr. You could tell a great story with Yoshi if you would actually craft the story. You could tell a great story with just Peach and Rosalina. There was 3 amazing movies that could have been their own movie, all crammed into this one movie. And anywhere else, it will get criticism, but we gonna say it's not wrong for them folks to say, no, man, we know good stories. We know when y'all kind of shoehorning this in and y'all using other things to duct tape it up, and it's getting you over because it's Mario nostalgia. That's what's getting it over. These stories are not great.
What's wrong with Mario nostalgia?
For me,
why do we use nostalgia like it's a bad thing?
I'm using it because it shouldn't always be the thing used. You have it's not. See, again, you think I'm attacking Nintendo. I'm trying to get Nintendo to be better.
I don't care about that. I'm just saying nostalgia for anything. Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles.
Yes, and that's why Ninja Turtles has been able to tell terrible stories in their movies, and yet every time they bring Ninja Turtles out, people gonna turn out because it's Ninja Turtles. So they don't have to do much because it's already a fan base for it. But it does not stop all these Ninja Turtle movies from being bad movies. All these Transformers movies from being bad movies. Mario is starting to do similar things. Yes, it's enough fandom out here to keep the dollars coming in. I'm not going to lie and say the movie is actually good. It's not a good movie, but it's a good fan nostalgia joyride. It is that. It's not a great movie. Them two different things to me. Great movie. Fan roller coaster ride of nostalgia and fun. This is what Mario is. Fun, nostalgic roller coaster. Then you got great movies. Mario is not a great movie. It's trash as a movie, but it's fun as a Mario movie. And if that's what people, all they want, fine. But don't make folks lie when they grade it like they would grade any other movie. These folks were not lying. They telling the truth about this movie. The story needs work. It needs development. It needs depth. It needs time to breathe. And the game doesn't. It's just platforming and going to the next stage. And that's how the movie is. It's just going to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Whoop, you done. Oh my God, amazing. That story didn't cook. Felt like I'm eating raw meat.
Oh. No comment.
It felt like I'm eating raw chicken. Yeah, y'all can go where y'all. Is that where y'all mind go fine? It felt like raw meat. It felt like undercooked meat. It could let that cook in the oven. That still got blood in it. That chicken thigh ain't done. The seasoning is great though. It tastes good, but I'm seeing blood. This ain't ready. That's what it is to me. So I'm done. I'll let it be. Let's go to the next topic. I told you it's gonna be. We've been at it all week, but it ain't that I'm at Keith. I just think there's two truths here. Both can be true, and I don't want one to be overlooked because the other one was the other aspects was in abundance. We just so we can bypass the truth of the story. No, both can be true. I can walk and chew gum. The movie is fun. The story is lacking. That's what they all said. That is true. All of them said the movie is fun. The story is lacking.
You want more time on a bad story? It's crazy.
I feel like if you give the movie more time.
Okay, now hold on. You ain't about to say move on and then dip back into it. Come on now, let's go.
Yeah, well, get Keith, man. Keith trying to throw that little jab out there. And
you are the host. Let's go.
It is a dishonest jab. It ain't honest.
This dude, he's like, Mama, right. I ain't do it. Mama, Keith did it.
Come on, man. Keith ain't getting that off, man. The whole point of more time is to make the story good. But anyway,
let's go. Man, that's funny.
So, PlayStation 6 handheld has been discussed all over the place, and we all know that the RAM and all these different factors have kind of put a gloomy cloud over the gaming industry. But we don't want to not talk about the PlayStation 6 handheld and even the PlayStation 6 home console, but specifically I want to talk about the handheld because I'm curious, and I guess K-Bum, this is where you can come back in. I am curious, what do we, with all the stuff we have seen release with the Rogue Ally or the Legion Go or the Steam Deck, and what's another one? what's another? The Asus is that one? Or
that's
that-
Raw guy line.
that is the ROG Ally. Okay, so with all these PC handhelds, and then of course you got the Switch 2, and what it's doing, K-Bum is considered taking the Switch 2 and his Portal. And I believe, K-Bum, this is a perfect place for you. What would you want to see from a PlayStation handheld? What does it need to be for you? What would you want how would you want Sony to approach their handheld? What do they need to do? Go ahead.
It's kind of simple. Is that you got to price it right? Because you can give me all this power. You can give me all this. Whatever. All this ability. It can do backflips, cartwheels, 360s, right? It can do all these things. But if it ain't priced right, then what are we doing? Then what are we doing here? And that's my fear with Sony, right? And I've said this, I've shared this many times, that I do think Sony is not going to be able to do the same thing everybody else does, and that's make a system, a handheld system that is reasonably priced. Because look at the Xbox system. I mean, it's not a true Xbox. I get it. I know. I get it. But look at the price of that thing. $1,000 for a handheld. And like we're just supposed to be okay with that? And so I don't.
We're supposed to be make that thing $1,500. We don't care. Hey man, that's what they want to do. Let me stop. I'm bleeding over something from the last conversation. Go ahead,
right.
Kay. Go ahead, Kay. Let me stop. That's petty me. That's me being petty. I'm being petty. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So that's my problem with it, man. Like you can make it do all these things, but if you can't make it be priced well, then what's the point? And I truly feel that's going to be the issue with the PlayStation, is that they will not get it to be priced well, and that's going to be our problem.
Okay, so the main thing for you is the pricing. If the pricing ain't right, it's a no-go. No matter what it's doing, basically.
And pretty much no matter what it's doing. Like, it can be fancy, it could be all this other stuff, but if I'm looking at that price and I'm like, and it don't work, then it don't work.
Okay. All right. But okay, because I want more from you, K-Bum. You've been quiet for about 45, 50 minutes. So I'm trying to give you time to cook.
Ooh,
all right. All right. So if they get the pricing right, let's say they can keep did you state where the pricing would be for you that'll make sense? Where can it not go over? Where does it need to land for you to feel like, okay, Sony, I can dip?
It would need to be around a similar price range as the Switch. Like I can give it an extra $50 and I can give it an extra $100. Right? But anything over that, then we're doing too much. Right? If it's hitting $700, then we're doing too much.
Okay, so 600 is pushing it. 700 is a no-go.
$599 is the max I'm going to spend for a. Think is this: if it's a hybrid system, where it's both handheld and dock, then there's more breathing room, because that's now the only system that I'm buying. If this is an and system, which means you're going to give me a home console experience and a handheld, there is no way I'm spending $600 for it. I'm spending over $600 for it. There's no way.
So it ain't no double dipping. It's not gonna be a box under the TV and a handheld in your hand. That ain't happening.
If the handheld is $600, no.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay. So if we get it at 6 and below,
okay,
what do you need, Keith? And Keith, get your thoughts together, Keith, because I'm finna pivot to you here in a second. I'm just trying to give K-Bum more opportunities to cook, because he just went quiet outside of a few laughs. If we can stay at $599 PlayStation 6 handheld Vita 2, right? I thought they'd call it that. But anyway, the cross, I don't know what they call it. But anyway, the Switch. What features maybe that's not fair to ask, cause
okay, let's jump on this boat really quickly.
Yeah.
You know how much I paid for my my PSP? You know how much I paid for that?
No, what?
$500.
No, he ain't paid that. I know K-Bum ain't paying that. You nothing? That's what I want to say for some reason.
Nothing, because I never had one.
Okay, that's what I would think. You never had one.
You know how much I paid? You know how much I paid for my Vita?
Nothing, because you never got one of them either.
Nothing, because I never had one. So
Right.
so let's get this. Let's get this straight. Even when they were priced $200, it still wasn't enough for me to get a handheld. Like let's get this. Let's understand what we're.
That's not the way you play.
That is not the way I game. That is not the way I game. The level. How much did I pay for my Portal?
Nothing.
Nothing. But I do have a Portal. I got it for my job for free. Like let's set the record straight here, man. K-Bomb is not going out here and buying under the TV systems and going out and buying a handheld. The Switch is not a under the box system and a handheld. It is both in one.
That's what the PlayStation 6 will be.
No, they're talking about the PlayStation 6 handheld. Is what I know from the early reports, because they've already been working on the PlayStation 6, and it was prior to handheld conversations.
I thought they said it's gonna be a hybrid. Go ahead though, Cook. Let me get my
again. If it is a hybrid, then there's more room for the price. Right, it's more room for the price. I can see it going up to $700, $800. I get it. It's a hybrid. $800. It's understandable. I get it. It costs more. But if you're saying an system, a handheld, and under the box system, and that handheld is going to be anything over $600, anything over $500, even $500 is pushing too much. I will never have one.
Okay, so it says the PlayStation 6 handheld code name Canis, I think that's how you say that. Canis is reportedly in development and will function as a dockable hybrid console similar to the Nintendo Switch. It is expected to run games natively rather than relying on cloud streaming, and may feature a powerful chipset that rivals the PlayStation 5. This handheld device aims to provide a true hybrid gaming experience, I guess the Switch is not providing one. See, Keith, this goes back to the conversation we was having in the chat, Keith, when the dude was like, Nintendo underplays its power. Lines like this is what he's talking about to me. This handheld device aims to provide a true hybrid gaming experience, allowing users to play both at home and on the go. In other words.
Wait. Who said that? Where's that information coming from?
I don't know. I'm just saying this is the type of wording.
So
this sounds like Sony's type of. Well, Sony would say something like that.
But we can at least say that.
The point is, they do say stuff like that. I'm not even chasing that right now. The point is,
I heard it, Keith.
The point is, they do say stuff like that, and I think that's what the dude's getting at. But I don't want to get distracted. So, K-Bum, it is a hybrid system. what does that change about the pricing or anything like that for you? Then Keith, you come through.
It's definitely more wiggle room with the price with the hybrid system. I mean, that's what I was trying to call out. It definitely can do that, but we still have to be reasonable with it. I can find myself enjoying something like that, and that'd be cool. But we can't just be ridiculous with how much we're charging for that system.
Okay.
So,
all right. Keith, come on through, bro. What? And you have the liberty, bro, if you want to add more color to this, because I'm as K-Bun was talking, and when he kind of got to saying, what did I pay for this and what did I pay for that, because I don't game that way, it made me go to a different thought. So if you got more color to add to this than what I'm asking, feel free to color how you feel, to express your thoughts on it. What do you want from a PlayStation 6 handheld? And you can even add this thought. Do you even want it versus if they bring in something else too? So you can answer however you want to, but because I'm gonna go a slightly different way because of K-Bun words. What he said put a thought in my head. Go ahead.
For me, PlayStation 6, big PlayStation. This is what I want. I want to see a 7.9-inch LCD screen with touch panel functionality. That's what I want to see. Then I want to see magnetic connector to attach.
This nigga. I almost said the N-word. No, stop it. I see exactly where you. You almost made me break. I almost said the N-word. I was this Negro right here. What is this brother talking about, man? Can you stop it, man? This dude is describing a Switch too. Stop it, man.
Sure was.
Go ahead, man.
No, but I do want to see a big screen. I wasn't kidding about that. I would like to see a screen the size of a either what Switch 2 is doing or bigger. You know, a lot of them are bigger now. I think 1080p is fine for handheld because we got to think about power consumption. But I think the biggest thing. Wait, before I continue, did they say what chipset? Is it already confirmed to be AMD?
Yeah, it's AMD.
Yes, it's AMD.
So it's gonna be.
Yeah, let me go back to the previous. No,
yeah, it's not going to be. It's definitely AMD. They already have contracts with AMD.
Yeah,
that's right.
AMD.
So they're probably going to utilize PSSR. You know what I'm saying? PSSR 2.
Yes,
and beyond. So, okay. So it's going to be a thick boy. It ain't going to be no small boy messing with AMD. But I mean,
is that why they them other consoles so is because they're using the AMD setup? I ain't know that.
AMD thermals are not good.
I got you.
Typically they run hotter than Nvidia and Intel. So and they consume more power wattage. Now I'm talking about PC. I don't know about the mobile side or whatever they'll be using, but from my knowledge with the discrete GPUs and CPUs, they definitely run hotter than the competition.
Okay.
So, what else would I like? I don't really know. I mean, to me, this is kind of going into that territory of like when we was describing the Switch 2. I'm just curious to see what they're going to show. I would like, you know what? I would like to see them improve upon the design that they already have for the Portal. That's something that I would want to see, but I would be curious to see
the Portal is a good design. I'm not going.
It's a good design.
The controllers feel really good. I'm not even going front.
I think the only thing on the
there's a dual sense split.
pretty much.
Yeah,
but I think one thing they could do better because I played with one at Best Buy. I think the thumbsticks could be like a little bit bigger on the Portal. But other than that, I think that's a pretty fine design, and of course they obviously going to make it thicker. I think doing it the way Nintendo has done it, like you got to buy something to make that more ergonomic. Even the Xbox Rock LIX, I mean they tried, but to me that one still doesn't feel as good. So they got a great opportunity to make it feel great out of the box. So that will be another one, ergonomically fit your hands out of the box, improve upon the portal design, powerful. What else would I want to see? I will be curious to see if they do all digital. I mean, we know they have an all digital PlayStation 5, but the way Nintendo got destroyed by the fan base with these game key cards, and if PlayStation do all digital and take away your ownership, I'm doing air quotes, I would love to see how PlayStation fans will handle that and if they'll get the same pushback. But and lastly,
I mean, PlayStation has this all digital console now.
I know, but they still offer the disc, and some of those discs you don't need an internet connection to play your games. So
yeah, I mean, you have to go out of your way to get the disc, which was not there at launch.
But
yeah.
Yeah, now you speaking to my laziness now. Oh, and the last thing is a good battery life. Can we all agree?
That's good.
Can we all agree that the Switch 2 battery life isn't that good?
Trash.
It's trash.
It's trash. I was playing Cyberpunk. I was playing Cyberpunk, bro, and my Switch 2 started talking to me like, sir, you've been playing for about an hour and a half now. You need to put me back on the charger. I'm like, yeah, it started blinking and everything. Like, we out of here. You got 10% life on this thing, but it was hot too. Go ahead though.
AMD? Oh no, NVIDIA. But yeah, that's it. This better battery life to end it all. So
okay, so I think both of you guys gave adequate, good takes. It was something K-Bum said that kind of sparked the thought. But let me say what I want to see. I will basically, almost like what you were saying, Keith. The Switch to me, the Switch 2 setup is perfect. I guess an OLED screen, but all this gonna cost. If I'm just saying, if they gonna give me PlayStation 5 power, give me an OLED screen, give me better grips, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna try to copy in some capacity the Switch 2 and the Switch. Give me better grips, Joy-Con grips, whatever you're gonna call it, dual sense grips. Other than that, and great battery life, that would suffice. But it was what K-Bum said, man, that made me, and I think we may have said this before, what's throwing me off about all this, and this is not what I was initially said, but I think it needs to be said. How are they going to do both a hybrid handheld and a console that's a dedicated box? That's a whole different thing. Like, isn't this gonna hurt them?
No, they would do it the same way PC does it. Well, Steam does it with Steam Deck and being able to play on your PC. You just have the option to play either or.
Well, okay, so will the same games run on both?
They would have to, or else they will kill themselves.
Okay, so that's my thing. Like, if the PlayStation, and it is what it K-Bum, I apologize because I'm going away from the question. If y'all want me to stay with the question, I just stay with the question. And there's a few people in here. What's up, Alan Steve, Tank Dog? What's up, Vigilante? He said, would y'all buy a Switch 2 Pro? Go ahead and answer that real quick, and then I kind of flesh out my thoughts. Would y'all buy?
In the chat, but I absolutely will buy a Switch 2 Pro. I'm actually hoping that they put out a Switch 2 Pro or an OLED model. I would love to if the price right.
Yeah, it depends on. Yeah, it would depend on what is being improved. It can just be an OLED for me. It'd have to be some under the hood improvements, some more power, some more oomph for me to get the system. If not, if it's just an OLED screen, I'm gonna stick with what I got. I don't play handheld much anyway, so if I'm gonna play OLED, I'm gonna go ahead and buy me an OLED TV. So I'll be like you and K-Bum at that point, and I'm trying to get there. I really am. I'm trying to get to the OLED, but it may take a little bit more time. So K-Bum said, Level, how much did I pay for the PSP? How much did I pay for the Vita? How much did I pay for the Portal? So the only thing K-Bum played for was the Switch 2. That's in this family. But when
to give a side note, I also did not pay for the Switch.
For the Switch, right? That's why I didn't mention
those. Okay, I'm not talking about those who may not know.
Yeah, you didn't pay for the original. I think you had shared that before, but yeah.
Yeah, but some people may be newer and they may not know. That's why I said that.
Okay, so when it's time for these two consoles to come out, and you're gonna give a handheld that can dock to the TV, is this? I see a potential similar issue with the Vita. Well, I don't know, because a hybrid brings you into the same family as the box. The handheld keeps only keeps it distant. Keeps space from each other. A hybrid makes the PlayStation 6 handheld a home console too. So if the PlayStation 6 console is like they touting it, is going to be a beast, that's going to be a leap, generational leap, then that's going to mean there's going to be games that's going to come to the PlayStation 6 that potentially can't run on a PlayStation 6 hybrid.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this kind of where Nintendo just left? Is this a problem? Because this is a whole nother question. I did not mean to do this. Honest to God, I didn't. Are Sony setting themselves up for a headache? Because if I buy the PlayStation 6 handheld hybrid, I want PlayStation 6 games. Mm-hmm. But they talking about this system running PlayStation 5 equivalent games and some of the PlayStation 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'm.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
System. I don't think I'm getting this system. Go ahead.
Can I say this? And y'all, and K-Bum most likely can correct me if I'm wrong. Sony don't be committing a lot of the times. They'll do something and it'll be like almost there, and they won't fully commit. Like,
yep.
I'll give you an example. PlayStation Move. Like, you know how Nintendo went all the way there. PlayStation's like, we give you the option, but we're not gonna give you everything. You know what I mean? They're not gonna go all the way. Like, the bread and butter would probably be, the smart thing would be to do, just to put out one device. They're not gonna do that because they do have a loyal fan base that wants a certain thing a certain way. So you might be right, Level, in that they might be setting themselves up for potential failure or potential loss by kind of halfway putting their foot in the ring. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you got to go all the way or don't, because and to answer your question, Cherry Man, what you seeing is relief. All the hate with the switch to James Bond First Light delayed on the Switch and the hate coming from it is people who are relieved, because that was scaring them. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The Requiem scared a lot of people. Pragmata is scaring people. That's scary mostly to Sony folks. But anyway, we won't go there. And I'm gonna bring this to K-Bum because, like, if you giving me a system that can dock to the TV like the Switch is, like you said, K-Bum, is both. It's both and. It's not one or the other. It's both worlds. It is a catch-all, is a gap filler. Is not trying to be the top tier, but it's hitting at a space that, and if you're going to do a dedicated console with raw power that's pushing like the PlayStation 5 Pro, and now and then you're going to make a hybrid system that's trying to compete and cut into the Switch market. To me, you got to be dedicated to one or the other because you're going to spread yourself thin, and literally you looking at the 3DS and the Wii U stuff. Like, somebody's going to get neglected.
Yep.
I don't know, man. This is goofy. This is goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, man. I'm just
No, I'm agreeing with you. I also think it's goofy. But this is the route they want to take. This is what they want to do. I'm not on board with Sony hybrid. I'm on a record, Sony handheld. I'm not on record for it. I don't think it's a great solution. I think Sony too many times likes to Me Too. Likes to say, well, if they can do it, we can do it. No, you can't. No, sorry. Yes, you can. No, you shouldn't. Right. That's a bad way to say it. Yes, you can. No, you shouldn't. And I think that's the issue that Sony gets into.
It's all but certain it's a digital only. It has to be.
It has to be.
It has to be because they can't. If they go to if they try to do carts and this thing has to be digital only. That's the only way it makes any sense. Or it's gonna be and I don't know. K-Bum, when you was talking, it was just like, and I think we said this before, but like just I guess retreading that ground. This might not be a wise move. You do one or the other, or stagnate the release of these things. Give one time and then bring the other one like it's something else. Like release the hybrid and then bring the PlayStation 6 like the Pro. I don't know, but you can't release these things at the same time.
No.
So
no, you cannot.
Why are they doing this?
Because it's the wave.
But Microsoft
Sony is Me Too. Sony is Me Too. It don't matter. It's Me Too. You can do it. I can do it.
You got a lot of money to waste to Me Too. Some that probably R&D costs you $500 million or more to develop this thing.
They created 2 VR systems that are niche. Right. They did it twice. They did it twice. So VR systems are niche.
This is just there for anybody that want to that's want an alternative to the Switch.
But you can't treat your consoles this way. Like this is where you create issues. When you're just trying to create an alternative, right? You're trying to create a way to bring people to your business. Doing that with a console can have a huge negative effect on your business. And they should have seen this and know this because they said, you know what, Nintendo could do handheld, I can do handheld. Yeah, you started off good, but you couldn't execute to the end. And the last system you couldn't get the games for it, you couldn't get the support for it, and it just fluttered out. So you have to learn from your mistakes and not repeat them. But I don't think Sony does that. I think Sony learns from the mistakes and then don't repeat it and then forgot about the mistake and then repeats it.
But do you feel like they looking at this like there's enough power in this space now to where third parties don't have to pick and choose? It's enough there to put the game there and be the same. Like we see the Switch 2, right? We see it. It's not as capable as the PlayStation 5, but it's good enough, and they bring in their games. Do you think they feel like that'll be the same case for this hybrid PlayStation, or do you feel like if they don't sell enough of them, developers will be like, we cool? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. It's just weird. It's weird to do both, and that's just weird to me. when I thought about you making a dockable handheld that becomes a box that goes on your TV, that's going to potentially do 4K and all these things, but yet you're going to make a box that's more powerful that do all those things, and you saying pick one. That's so much potential of failure. Go ahead, man. That's a lot, man. Any other thoughts?
PlayStation 6, RAM sold separately.
So anything else on this? Are we done? I don't know where else to go. That was Dame Cape. I think you just settled it for me, man. I'm not getting I'm not getting this this handheld hybrid. Because I was like, I might get that. I don't think I'm getting it. But I am with Nia. I am with a hybrid future. But I'm scared that if I buy that, I'm not going to be getting all the games that Sony may be making. Because if they target the more powerful system and try to really squeeze out all its power, I might not get a chance to play that. So I might well just save my ducats for that main box, so I'm curious how this is going to work. I guess when we see it, we'll see it and we'll make our decisions then, but it got to be affordable, and I don't know. This thing ain't coming to 2028 at the very least. Anything else?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, that was the show for tonight. I'm looking forward to Zelda. I'm praying because I don't think you're gonna have to come with that one. That's gonna need story because you don't have the animation to hold that up. I think I'm gonna hold out on James Bond until the Switch 2 version. If I get to seeing stuff that's looking too good, I might have to go ahead and get it on the PlayStation 5. I hope not. I want to hold out. If they give us a date and I know, okay, June, July, somewhere in there, I may wait. Because I don't have to get James Bond right now. And I just want to see what people saying about it too. IO could screw this up. We'll see. But with that being said, I'm going to let these dudes sign out, starting with K-Bum 20. Go ahead, bro.
This is your boy Burley Heard today, K-Bomb 20. I'll probably spend the same amount of time talking next week when I'm off. No, but I enjoyed myself today. Enjoyed the back and forth with the whole Mario. I didn't think a Mario movie would have that much back and forth, but guess I'm wrong. We have two passionate Nintendo fans in the house that want to talk about Mario. But I enjoyed myself.
Fan,
Hope you.
Movie fan. I'm a movie fan. It just happened to be a Mario movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, whatever. So I enjoyed myself. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself as well. Thank you guys for coming through as always. I probably will miss next week's podcast. I will be on the beach with some sand in my toesies, enjoying myself with a nice pina colada. So I probably won't be able to come through next week, but please, if the crew is still here, I know that Level will hold it down, Keith will hold it down. It will be an enjoyable time, pretty much like it was today. But yeah, enjoy it. See you guys next time.
All right. Don't drink too many of them pina coladas, sir. Are these virgin pina coladas, K-Bum?
There's your answer.
Hey, man, enjoy yourself. Go ahead, Keith.
Yes. I agree with Level when he talk about James Bond. Even though I said that I might still get it on PC, I gotta see what the people gonna say. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not a big IO fan, so yeah, but I will be blind to be going in head first, deep diving into Pragmata. Pause. Hey man, it was a good show today.
Those are these random statements that go ahead, man.
It was a good show today. I knew that, unlike K-Bum, I knew that the back and forth was going to be a back and forth with the Mario movie. I think we both enjoyed it. Level just wanted more from it, and I don't have a problem with that at all. But yeah, man, got a chance to talk about the PlayStation 6. Got a chance to talk about that first topic. First topic was
First Light.
First Light. That's
You just said it, yeah.
I just said it. Hey man, it's been a long week. But anyways, man, it was fun chopping it up with everybody. I hope everybody was safe this weekend. K-Bum be safe out in Mexico. And Pinky's up with the pina colada. You gotta put your pinky up with that. And I hope everybody have a great weekend. And go see Mario again if you only seen it once.
Yeah, man. Go see. I'm not going to the theater to see it again, but I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna buy it as soon as it come out. But all right. Yeah, man, I enjoyed myself. I knew the conversation about the Galaxy movie was going to be passionate because it was passionate in the comment section, in the chat, privately. I'm a movie buff, y'all, so I apologize. I really do pay attention to stories, and I'm very imaginative and creative like that. So I could not look past it, but I did enjoy it. It was great to see us doing great. So that's what really matters. I'm just a movie buff like that. So I apologize. I just saw another side. We do movies. You'll see that with me, man. I criticize stories, and when they ain't fleshed out like I think they could be. But with that being said, man, thank y'all for tuning in. K-Bum, be safe out there in old Mexico. Virgin pina coladas, bro. Virgin. And if you do have one with a little alcohol in it, one. I'm just playing. I ain't telling you what to do on YouTube. But nah, man, you and the wife, Miss Bum, have fun, man. Let us know. Take plenty of pictures. Share.
Thank you, sir.
Me and Keith, we'll be on next week, same time, same place, doing what we do. We might have a return in the Mario. Go even hard on it.
No,
they don't want to hear no Mario. They're like, move on, level. Move on, sir. But anyway, that was the show for tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed it. No, he said no doubles. But anyway, that was the show for tonight.
Run it back.
But we'll be back. Hopefully something happens in between now and then. Cause this thing outside of Mario, it really wasn't, and this delay, it really wasn't much to talk about. So hopefully something happens. If not, we'll figure something out. We can always come up with some creative topics. Till then, this was the Live and Level Gaming Podcast, episode 417. Deuces. Peace.
But we got smashed, bro.